This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
All right, welcome back to another edition of Power Players, where we talk to the most influential people in their respective industries. And today we have a special treat for you. I'm sitting right here inside the office of Southern Volkswagen in Greenbrier, and we have none other than the myth, the man, the legend. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you. For the people that don't know, who are you and what all do you do?
Well, I'm Farley Perkins, General Manager here at Southern Volkswagen here in Chesapeake, Virginia. We are an automotive dealership, and we've been in business a long time. I've personally been here. This August will be 17 years.
Wow.
So it's been a good run.
Definitely. Yeah. So let me ask you, how did you become involved with Southern Volkswagen here?
Actually, Dante, a real funny story. I graduated from Norfolk State in '95. And I went away to work with a company called Dudley Products. And I worked there for a while in the hair business, and decided that I wanted to try and do something else. So I was down in Tampa, Florida working, and decided that I wanted to come back home. So I called Mr. Dudley and I said, "Hey, Mr. D, I think I want to do something different." He says, "No," he says, "you're missing home. So let me just transfer you to your home." I said, okay. So I came, I was transferred back down to Virginia, and I had the Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, and Suffolk route as a sales rep for Dudley Products. And again, I said, hey, I like it. I'm not in love with it. I want to do something different. So I saw an ad in the paper. I answered a blind ad. and I tell you a funny story, Dante. I said I would sell anything except for cars.
Wow.
Yeah, so I said I just didn't want to sell cars. This just wasn't me. Didn't think I could do it.
Really?
So I applied, and we actually met. They met me and interviewed me at a hotel. Okay. And didn't know what I was selling. I just knew that I liked what they were offering as far as the package. I did well in the interview, and I had a second interview, and that's when I pulled up to a dealership. And I sat in the parking lot, and I was like, whoa, this is a car dealership. We have a misunderstanding. But as you can see, I end up, they sold me on the idea, and it worked, and here I am, and it's been good. So I said I'll give it a try, and 17 years later, I'm still trying it.
So you started out right on the ground floor, and now what is your title?
General Manager.
General Manager.
Yes,
wow.
But I started selling on the floor, and I was fortunate enough to be promoted to finance. And from finance, the sales manager, and from sales manager to general sales manager, and from general sales manager to general manager. But I tell people all the time, I'm just a car salesman is what I do. Yeah.
So you've been doing it 17 years.
This August will be 17 years, yes sir.
So you have to get up every day.
Yes.
And just put on that face. You got meetings you got to take care of.
Yes.
What in your life motivates you to make sure that you do a great job every day? Yeah.
Well, a couple things. First of all, I love what I do. I enjoy it. I look forward to coming in every day and making someone's day. And secondly, I have a lot of employees that I want to make sure that we are taking care of them so that they can take care of their family as well. So my job is to make sure that our employees are being able to, support their families. If they're doing that, then obviously it would be taking care of me as well.
So every day you get up, you do a great job. You got a lot of people depending on you.
Yes.
Let's just say one day you just say, you know what, I want to move on to something else. If you weren't doing this, what else would you be doing?
Believe it or not, Dante, I would be a chef. Listen, I love cooking. I would be a chef.
Really?
I would enjoy watching people smile when the food comes out delicious, looking good. It would be something. I mean, I'm just joking. I mean, I wouldn't mind being a chef, but it would be something in the realm of helping another person.
Right. So you be cooking, So you started off in hair care products. Look like
Correct.
you're still using some of the hair care. I see your cut is all tight. So you do a great job of servicing the people in this
Yes.
area. I know a lot of Volkswagen customers
Yes.
only come here,
Yes.
and they have the repeat business.
Yeah.
So when you're doing business, I know it's a lot of things you have to kind of manage, a lot of different personalities. How many salespeople you have here on a regular?
18.
About 18. So that's a
18.
lot of different emotions.
Yeah, it's at times it's challenging when you're dealing with 18 salespeople. Between 18 salespeople, I have 3 finance managers, I have 2 BDC managers, and I have 3 desk managers as well. So it can be challenging. But the key is if I can get everybody to work together as one unit, then we're going to have a successful product. And we've been fortunate. I've been fortunate and blessed to be able to put those things together so that we can it could be very successful. So it's been good.
So when you talk about the good things that
Yes.
kind of help business and help be successful, what are some of the negative things or some of the pet peeves that kind of get in the way of business that really kind of get you go?
There are times, again, we talked about helping. There are times, my pet peeves and that get at me sometimes is when I can't help someone that really need the help. I tell them quick, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to help you. And I let them know up front, this is a tough one. And there are some instances where I can't help a customer. And that's what really that eats at me more than anything.
Right.
Not being able to help when I know someone needs that help.
So let me ask you this, like with some of the people that you can't help and they come back and you can help them again, they kind of see you, they kind of get to know you, and a lot
Sure.
of your people deal with you on a daily basis,
Yes.
and they kind of know you pretty well,
Sure.
right? What are some things that people have the biggest misconception about you?
I guess they would think that, biggest misconception, Dante, I really can't, I don't know. Maybe that, a lot of times people, look at me and say, hey, this is such an easy job. That may be a misconception because I put a lot of time and work into it.
Right.
So it's, they see me sitting down or maybe having fun talking to a customer, but that's part of what I do.
Right.
That's part of the job. That's part of the career path that I've chosen. And sometimes people look at that and say, "Hey, that's pretty easy.
Right.
He's got it pretty easy." So that's really a misconception because it's really not. It's fun. There are easy parts in it, but there are parts also that can be kind of challenging and tough.
And that's a good point that you brought up, that it's not as easy as it looks.
Right.
So a lot of people at home are trying to figure out, what's the difference between me and that person that is successful that I see I can do what they do.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you feel are the keys to your success that you've had along the way, from being entry level going all the way up to the level that you're at now?
Well, I think the number one thing is being dedicated. I mean, you can, dedication goes a long way. So if you are dedicated and you are honest, and you are convinced, if you have convinced yourself that you were put on this earth to be successful, it goes a long way. We are all put on earth to be successful. It's your negative thinking and the thoughts that run through your mind. It's your friends and family that can take you to another direction. But God put everybody on this earth to be successful, and I believe that. So, I would say just believe in yourself.
And that's important. I heard you mention earlier passion,
Right.
dedication.
Yes.
So a lot of times people don't think that, if I'm passionate about something that I can make a lot of money, and you're living proof to that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times with
Well, I don't know about the lot of money part.
well, let's just say that the building didn't pay for itself. So with you, people may not get an opportunity to come in contact with you. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But what's one thing that, if you were to meet one person, and you had a chance to say just one thing about you that you wanted them to know, what's the one thing about you that you would like people to know?
That I do care. That I do care. I care about the well-being and the success of every individual that I run through me, that I come in communications and contact with.
So, passion, dedication,
Yes.
success, and I heard you mention God, so
Yes.
I'm assuming God first. People want to get with you. How do they find you?
This is it. I'm here. I have no problem with my email or cell phone number.
What's your location?
1248 South Military Highway.
Say it one more time.
1248 South Military Highway in the beautiful city of Chesapeake.
And you're from originally where?
My home is Deep Creek.
Deep Creek.
And I am still in Deep Creek.
So, I definitely want to thank you because, ever since I've known you, a lot of people, it's Hollywood talk, but I can definitely say that you're a man of morals and principles, and a lot of people don't know it, but I used to work for Mr. Farley Perkins, and I can say, character is important. And even after I stopped working for him, that we maintained a great business relationship. Yeah. And I also want to thank you for hooking me up. If you go out in the parking lot, you can see my Volkswagen Jetta that I bought right here from Farley Perkins. So, it was only right that I had to introduce such a great man to the people that are watching today. So I definitely want to thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And please come back anytime. And again, tell people how they can get in contact with you and the telephone numbers too.
Yeah, email address is fperkins@drivingsouthern.com. Cell phone is 757-435-6137. Or you can just stop by and say hello at 1248 South Military Highway in the beautiful city of Chesapeake, Virginia. I am here 99% of the time. I normally unlock the doors and I normally lock the doors.
And that's his real cell phone number, by the way. So if you want to rewind it and write it down, that's his real cell phone number. Give him a call. Great man. I want to thank you guys for watching Power Players. See you soon.
I'm Farley Perkins, and this is Power Players.